As always, your boy Ada.
And I'm between Sarah.
And watching Reactions Reaction.
If you're new to our channel, don't forget to like, subscribe, or click on the notification bell so that you'll get updates for our new videos.
We are so happy that you are belong our channel.
Yes, and also we would like to thank to our subscribers and viewers, especially for those who always have requested videos.
Yes.
So again, please keep in touch, and also please, if you have suggested and requested videos, leave the links under the comment section.
Now, this video reaction is all about
Top 10 Russian tanks today. So this is different types of Russian tanks. Again, we are making a reaction in this video.
as requested by our subscribers.
That's right.
Now, let's get started to watch the video.
Yes, that's right.
The Russian military is increasing its arsenal of tanks, weapons, and armored vehicles in 2020 in an apparent attempt to add to its land forces.
Wow.
With more than 12,000 main battle tanks and 27,000 armored vehicles, it is no surprise that Russia is the country with the most military battle tanks. Hello guys, welcome back to our channel, and today we will be doing a top 10 list of tanks of the Russian ground forces currently in service.
You heard that?
Yes.
Top 10.
BMP-2. The BMP-2 is a second-generation infantry combat vehicle introduced in the 1980s in the Soviet Union that was developed from the BMP-1. Although the BMP-1 was a revolutionary design, the Soviet Union decided to produce an updated and improved version of the BMP-1. The BMP-2 is broadly similar to the BMP-1, and the most significant changes are: the commander now sits with the gunner in an enlarged two-man turret, and the armament has an upgraded autocannon, anti-tank guided missile launcher, and anti-tank missiles. At number 9 spot comes the BMP-3, a successor to the BMP-1 and BMP-2. The BMP-3 is one of the most heavily armed infantry combat vehicles in service. The original version of BMP-3 has a turret fitted with low velocity to a 700mm rifle gun, which can fire conventional shells or the 9M117 Bastion ATGMs. The BMP-3 can also carry 40 100mm rounds and 8 ATGMs, and the engine of BMP-3 can go up to 500 horsepower, whereas the BMP-2 can only go up to 300 horsepower. BMP-3 can travel faster than BMP-2, and its weight is also heavier than the BMP-2. The BMPT. The BMPT Terminator is an armored fighting vehicle designed to support battle tanks and other AFVs in urban areas. It is heavily armed and armored compared to other tank-supporting vehicles. The AFV is armed with Ataka T-guided weapon system, armed with 4 9M120 Ataka missile launchers, 2 30mm to A42 autocannons, 2 AG-17D grenade launchers, and 1 coaxial 7.62mm PKTM machine gun. The BMPT is also built on the chassis of the T-72 main battle tank, and it weighs about 48 tons. Its engine power is 1,000 horsepower and travels a speed of 60 km per hour. BMD-4. Boyevaya Machina Desanta 4, which literally translates to Combat Vehicle of the Airborne, is an amphibious fighting vehicle originating from the post-Cold War Russia. This armored fighting vehicle is one of the lightest and one of the most heavily armed in its class, possessing a substantial amount of firepower in comparison to its counterparts. The vehicle was designed to transport Russian airborne troops, increasing its mobility, armament, and protection on the battlefield. Many components of the vehicle, such as ergonomics and positioning of the passengers, remain relatively unchanged. Primary differences between the BMP-4 and its predecessors lie in its armament. The T-62. The T-62 is a Soviet main battle tank that was first introduced in 1961. As a further development of the T-55 series, the T-62 retained many similar design elements of its predecessor, including low profile and thick turret armor. In contrast with previous tanks which were armed with rifled tank guns, the T-62 was the first tank armed with a smoothbore tank gun.
Whoa,
While the
so
T-62 became the standard tank in the Soviet arsenal, it did not fully replace the T-55 in export markets due to its high manufacturing costs and maintenance requirements compared to its predecessor. Although the T-62 was replaced in Russia and the successor states of the Soviet Union, it is still used in some countries and its design features became standardized in subsequent Soviet and Russian mass-produced tanks.
Very nice.
At number 5 on the list comes the T-64 tank, a Soviet second-generation main battle tank introduced in the early 1960s. It was a more advanced counterpart to the T-62, and the T-64 served in tank divisions while the T-62 supported infantry in motorized rifle divisions. It introduced a number of advanced features including composite armor, a compact engine and transmission, and a smoothbore 125mm gun equipped with an autoloader to allow the crew to be reduced to 3 so the tank could be smaller and lighter. In spite of being armed and armored like a heavy tank, the T-64 weighed only 38 tons. Up next is T-72. The T-72 is a family of Soviet main battle tanks that first entered production in 1971.
Whoa.
About 20,000 T-72 tanks have been built, and refurbishment has enabled many to remain in service for decades. The T-72A version, introduced in 1979, is considered a second-generation main battle tank. It was widely exported and saw service in 40 countries and in numerous conflicts. The development of T-72 was a direct result of the introduction of the T-64 tank, and armor protection of the T-72 was strengthened with each succeeding generation.
Very strong,
The T-72
right?
is extremely lightweight at 41 tons and very small compared to Western main battle tanks. Up next is T-80. The T-80 is a third-generation main battle tank that entered service in 1976. It was the second main battle tank in the world to be equipped with a gas turbine engine after the Swedish Stridsvagn 103 and the first to use it as a primary propulsion engine. The T-80 and its variants are in service in Belarus, Cyprus, Egypt, Kazakhstan, Pakistan, Russia, South Korea, and Ukraine. The T-80 has a similarity in layout with the T-64. The main gun is fed by the Cortina automatic loader, and this holds up to 28 rounds of 2-part ammunition and a carousel located at the turret floor. The T-80's armor is composite on the turret and hull, while rubber flaps and side skirts protect the sides and lower hull. The second best tank on the list is the T-90, a third-generation main battle tank that entered service in 1993. The tank is a modern variation of the T-72B. The T-90 uses 125mm to a 46 smoothbore main gun, the 1A45T fire control system, an upgraded engine, and gunner's thermal sight.
Very nice.
Standard protective measures include a blend of steel and composite armor, smoke grenade dischargers, Contact 5 explosive reactor armor, and the Store infrared ATGM jamming system. About 550 T-90 tanks are with the Russian army today, and the original version of the tank weighs about 46 tons, while its variants are even heavier. Now finally, at the number 1 spot is the T14 Armada, a new Russian main battle tank of new generation. In 2018, Russia ordered a first batch of these new tanks, and exact order numbers were not disclosed, but it is likely that around 60 tanks were ordered. About 20 of Armada tanks have been built, and once in service, the Armada will gradually replace the aging T-72, T-80, and T-90 tanks that have become increasingly outdated. The main gun fitted to the tank is a 125mm to a 82 1M smoothbore gun fed by an automatic loader. The secondary armament includes a Colt 12.7mm machine gun and a PKTM 7.62mm machine gun. The tank can carry 45 rounds of ammunition and fire laser-guided missiles. It is one of the heaviest Russian tanks till date, and powered by an A85-3A turbocharged diesel engine. The tank offers a maximum speed of 90 km per hour and a range of 500 km.
So that's it?
Yeah, Russian tanks are also very dangerous and powerful, right?
Absolutely.
So not to mention that Russia are very advanced, and also when it comes to military defense technology. So I would again recommend this to everyone to watch, right? This is very informative, very educational, and as well as very entertaining to watch.
Very nice. This is very informative and that is very important for the people, civilian like us, who also know about this. Wow. So that's it, love trends.
Hope you like our video reaction, and please don't forget to leave your comments and suggestions below.
Hope to see you guys on next video. Take care and God bless you.